Capcom has been a company that's really been playing my emotions as of late. I mean, it's just that like they do things that look good and appealing, and I'm just happy about the direction they're going, but I don't want to sit there. I don't want to sit there and give them a lot of praise as of yet. Now they have announced Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection for just basically everything, actually. I'm guessing it's going to be on PC. Did they say PC? I don't know. But Xbox One, PS4, even the Switch. That's a shocker right there. But basically, since Capcom's been like wishy-washy on what games they do and put on Switch, I mean, you get Resident Evil Revelations coming to the Switch, but you don't get the Okami re-release on the Switch. And then you get this Street Fighter collection coming to the Switch, but you don't get the Devil May Cry collection coming to the Switch. So you see, it's very, very weird where the direction they're going. But this isn't really about Nintendo's version of the Switch, because that's, like I said, that's wishy-washy. The point is, there's a 30th anniversary collection of Street Fighter coming out, and it's got like 12, fuck, you'd think there wouldn't be this many games considering how they number the series, but yes, there are 12 in one Street Fighter games coming to these systems, including, believe it or not, Street Fighter 1. Now, I don't know how many people are looking forward to that, but other than that, there is a shitload of Street Fighter games, iterations, whatever, coming to us in early 2018 and stuff like that. So let's see if I can, off the top of my head, I'm going to go through all of them, but it does have like some of the major ones, like Street Fighter 1, all the versions of a lot of versions of Street Fighter 2, because there were a lot of versions of Street Fighter 2, all 3 alpha games, which, yes, finally, thank you, updated alpha games for the current generation. I've been wanting another collection for that for a long time. I have the alpha collection for PS2, and that's fine and everything, but the only thing I didn't really like about that is when it came to Street Fighter Alpha 3, they actually put the arcade version and not the actual console version. Now, the difference between that is, in the console version of Street Fighter Alpha 3, if you get to the final fight with Bison and you lose, you can continue as many times as you need to. And believe me, the first time I played Street Fighter Alpha 3 and got to Bison, I had to continue a lot of fucking times. But when it comes to like the collection version of Alpha 3, it's the arcade version. In the arcade, if you don't know this, like when you got the Bison, if you lost, it was game over. You could continue as many times as you wanted from stage 1 through 9. Like you lose, you continue, whatever like that, depending on how many quarters you had that day, whatever. But if you get the Bison in arcade mode, and whether you have more quarters and you continue or not, if you lose the Bison, the game's over. That's it. It's like a really weird way they ended it. And when they put the Alpha 3 on the PS2 collection, that's the version they went with, and not the actual console version, which is weird. But whatever. But hopefully they don't do that with this one, and you get the console version of. I mean they're all saying arcade perfect port, so that's where I get kind of worried, because like I said, in the arcade version of Alpha 3, you get to the end, you lose, that's it, you're done. But so all 3 Alpha games, all 3 Street Fighter games, and that's basically it. You know, I don't have to go through a whole list. You know how many Street Fighter 2 versions there are. I think the only version not on there is the Ultra Street Fighter 2 for the Switch. That's still like a standalone game. They're not putting it on this compilation or whatever, which, okay, whatever, that's kind of weird, but it would be kind of crazy and probably make people pissed off if they did that. Like, I spent all this money on this game, and it's included in, like, it's like, a lot of people are already talking shit about that anyway, but anyway, we got that coming, and I really, really do want to be excited about this, but like I said in my last video, which is also a Capcom video about Mega Man 11, I don't know, I just don't want to, I don't get my hopes up too high, because, you know, I don't sit there and go, yay, Capcom's back, because I'm not declaring that yet. But I'm hoping that Capcom is looking over at the shit that's happening at EA, and Capcom is like, we should probably stop doing things like that. Let's not be like EA anymore. Let's go back to what we used to do. Let's be a good company again. Let's not do all this other shit that they've been doing. We need to stop that. Look what's happening to EA. Their last game, the EA Battlefront, they got fucked. Let's not get fucked. I'm hoping that's what that Capcom is doing. But there are a few games on here that are actually you can actually, not all of them, but there are like, I think there's like 4 or 5 games that you can actually play online. You can like online, you can play the games online. They got all the leaderboards stuff like that. So you can play. I think it's like Street Fighter 2, the original, which is like a really weird choice out of all of them. Like the original Street Fighter 2, yes, with the 8 characters, you can play that online. And then, excuse me. And then I think what is this known? I think it's like one of the other versions of Street Fighter 2, of course. Like Super Turbo, whatever, or something like that. That can also be played online. Add on to that, and then yes, finally, I'm a little excited about this one. To be honest with you, Street Fighter Alpha 3 will be playable online. You can play an online version of a Street Fighter Alpha 3. So that, I think that's gonna be kind of cool because like Alpha series, like my favorite game out of the Alpha series was Alpha 2. But Alpha 3 was like really cool too because it had like it was like the better game in all of them. I mean, like I said, Alpha 2 is my favorite because I just liked the way it was. But with Alpha 3, I think it's better of the thing. And if they're gonna do it online, then yes, do Alpha 3 online. That's gonna be kind of cool. And then Street Fighter 3 Third Strike will also be online. Now, that's kind of cool because I kind of was wondering, I was like, well, if they're putting all these Capcom bringing up all these Street Fighter games for the Switch, why not Street Fighter 3? And here we are. Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. That's online, by the way. Not all three. I mean, all 3 versions you find there. Street Fighter 3, Second Impact, or Giant Impact, whatever you want to call it, and then Third Strike. But Third Strike is the one that's online, not the other 2, which that kind of sucks. I was kind of hoping like at least Street Fighter 3 Giant Attack, Second Impact, what do they call it? I'd be kind of cool if that was the one you can also play online. But as far as I know, those are the 4 games you can do online. If there's another one, I don't remember. But like I said, I think it's like Street Fighter 2. And then, like, another version of Street Fighter 2, Alpha 3, and Third Strike all have online. Or those are the games out of the whole compilation you play online. It'd be kind of cool if you could play the original Street Fighter online, but it'd just be like Ryu versus Ken. It'd be kind of weird. It's like you just got, that's it, because that's it. That's the only character you can play as in Street Fighter 1, Ryu or Ken. And the only way you can play as Ken is if you do Street Fighter 1 versus, and then you beat Ryu, and then you continue the game as Ken. That's the only way you can play as Ken. But yeah. So yeah, that's that is something, and I'm curious. I'm hoping the game does come out. I mean, I know it's coming out, but haven't decided which system I'll get it for. Maybe I'll get it for both Switch and PS4. Who knows? Why not double dip? I mean, shit. I bought a lot of Street Fighter games on many different systems. What's one more? I'm a Street Fighter fan, at least for the original. You got Street Fighter 5 Arcade coming up, which I may or may not talk about that later. But kind of looking forward to that too. But actually, you know what? No, I'm a little pissed about that because they showed the trailer for Arcade Edition with the Season 3 characters and all like that, and it comes included with Street Fighter Arcade Edition. So if you buy Street Fighter Arcade Edition coming out early next year, you get like all the characters thus far. If you like thus far, and it's $40 and you get like all that stuff. If you have Street Fighter 5 original, you get Arcade Edition for free. It's a free update, but I don't know if you get all the characters with it. You probably still have to buy the characters separate. I don't know if anyone wants to correct me on that. Let me know. But as far as I know, like if you haven't bought the season characters, you get the arcade update for free, but not season characters unless you bought them, or maybe they come with it. I don't know. However, if that's not the case, you buy Street Fighter 5 Arcade Edition and you get all 3 seasons included with it. Don't have to buy anything extra. Whether or not Capcom is going to come out more seasons after that, I don't know. So I'm kind of like iffy about that. Like, cool, I can finally get the complete version of Street Fighter 5, but at the same time, I'm thinking, wait a minute, but what if they add more seasons? What if there's the Street Fighter, there's season 4, 5, and 6, and then they come out with like Super Street Fighter 5 Arcade Edition. So let's go Street Fighter 5. Kind of want to get that Arcade Edition, but I'm like, I don't know. Capcom has done this before. They might come up with another version later on where you get like all 6 seasons or some shit like that. Just, it might happen. I don't know. We'll see. But so yeah, it's a little bit of a big Street Fighter news there. Big Capcom news going on lately. They're coming out with a bunch of compilations and one actual new game. It's Mega Man, but hey, I guess that's fine. Oh yeah, and the Mega Man compilation too. There's like the Mega Man X collection. So they're coming out with a bunch of compilations and one actual new game. That is weird. But here we are, and hopefully Capcom decides to maybe make new games coming after this. There's a rumored rumored Devil May Cry 5, so we'll see how that goes. And who knows what else they got going on with them later on. We'll see, but that's that, and there we go. I'll see you guys next time.